how to get your license back after a 90-day suspension. Particularly important to make sure that your suspension has actually started. What I mean by that, I've had clients, potential clients, that have called me and said, I've waited my 90 days. I've waited my 30 days, and I want my license back now. The problem with that question is that we have to ask another question, which is, well, how did that suspension start? Usually it starts in a courtroom where the judge would ask you to surrender your driver's license, or you've received a letter indicating that they'd like you to return your driver's license. I have had clients where they had overlooked that or forgot to do that, didn't drive, waited their 30, 60, 90 days, and then now that they're eligible to get their license back, they found that, well, they didn't actually start their suspension, which means the meter was not running, which now means as they react to it late, they're going to start the meter and wait an additional 90 days. So it's very important to have that question answered right away. Make sure that you've actually registered that you are suspended. At the end of that suspension, yes, indeed, you are eligible to get your license back. The first step in doing that in Ontario is to simply report when you know your suspension has expired. You can report to a Service Ontario office. At that point in time, a couple of things will happen. The clerk at that location will ask you for a reinstatement fee of your license. That fee could be $100, maybe $200. It depends on these particular offices. They're all quite unique. They will also ask you another important question and that is whether or not the fines have been paid. Not only the fine that led to this suspension in the first place, but they're going to be looking at whether or not you've paid all your fines. So they want you to pay every fine you've ever had, and then you're subject to a reinstatement fee. At that point in time, they will issue you a temporary driver's license on the spot. Within a week or two of that event, now that you have your license back, which means you can simply drive wherever you want, the original license that was surrendered they'll reproduce a brand new one, another one, and it will be sent to your last known address. So if you are going to the Service Ontario counter, make sure that your address is updated and the same. In addition to that, concern yourself with a reinstatement fee and clearing up any unpaid fines.